Hello friends! Let's check and see who is with us today. Our last day in Europe. If you are in room 104, please wave to me. Hola! If you are in room 206, please wave to me. Guten Tag! I'm trying to mix up the rooms with the words. 171. Welcome. 102. I don't know if I said Guten Tag, Hola. 103. Benvenuto. Okay. Now, I did read this book the other day, and I was thinking, I might not read a book today, but I think I might just show you some of the books that I have in my collection. Because I think some of them are just interesting to see. We wouldn't have time to look at each one. This one is called The Brave Tin Soldier. Now see, when I travel, one thing I try to do is to go to a bookstore and I look for a couple of things. One of them is I look for some sign language, some language that people use who can't hear, for that nation, because sign languages around the world are different. And because I understand sign language and I used to use it in a former job, I find it always interesting to look for books that might teach me about that country's language and sign language. And then the other is to look for books that are geared for children. Even when I'm in the United States and I'm looking in bookstores, especially thrift stores, I will look on the shelves of the children's section and look for books that come from other countries. And so that's how I found most of these. This one is called The Brave Tin Soldier, and it's a story by Hans Christian Andersen, who is a Scandinavian author and who is world famous for his books that he wrote for children. This is called The Brave Tin Soldier, and what I like about this one is the price tag is still on it, 80 cents at Goodwill. Very good price. It's a classic. It's an older book. I'm not even sure what yes, this book is almost 40 years old, and what I like about it is it's a pop-up book in beautiful condition for 80 cents. That's less than $1. And so, beautiful, beautiful construction of this book. I really, really enjoy this one. So beautiful. So beautifully built. Whoa, right? Whoa. Right up to the last page. Last page. It's a little bit, has fallen apart and needs some repair. That fish would be on the top of the page. And so, yes, this is actually from a country called the Czech Republic. At the time it was called Czechoslovakia, to fix that. And that's where this book was originally made. This book is called Westmundo. It's a book in Spanish, and it's a children's book for learning words and behaviors. And so big, big, colorful pictures. It's an older book again. And then at the bottom, it tells information about the picture. And it's kind of an introduction to reading. So there's pages about animals and gardens and nature and the world. And an interesting book. So that was an interesting find. Okay, and then I have this book is called Erskoven. It's by Jens Agerschade och Hans Scherfig. And this is a book from Scandinavia. It is from Denmark. And so I can't read any of the words in here. I could read them out loud. Den disse elefant samsøker langsomt genom Erskoven. Sakampe hver dag brølende, vakende, trag dem opp nedmåde, og slingde dem. But I don't know what any of those words mean. I can read the letters that put the words together, but I don't know what they mean. But it tells a story. It looks like an elephant. It's a word we would know, like elephant. It has really bright, simple colors. And I don't know what it means, but I find it interesting to look at. And it gives me an idea of the type of books I might find if I lived in another country. I have this book is from Russia. Just skimming through here. And they use a completely different alphabet than the alphabet we even know. You can see just their shapes are different than the letters we know. So I could not even attempt to pronounce it. This is a book that has many, 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 many words and beautiful illustrations in it. I traveled to Russia for a friend trip and was able to find some things. This is another book that's based upon Russia, but it comes with some English words in it, called How Dono Became a Poet. Yes, and here's another Russian one, really beautiful illustrations in here. Goodwill, 19 cents at Goodwill. That's 2 dimes. And this one is interesting. Really beautiful illustrations and a beautiful font. But I cannot read it at all because none of the letters in this language look like the letters in our languages. And this one, I think this was a Russian or Southeast Asian. I think this might be a Southeast Asian one, like Indonesia. There we go. Okay, so interesting. And then I do have books that I can read, like my German books. Donald Duck in German. Den haben wir vor einigen Leiden lesen. So, some interesting books to just see. Thanks for coming to Europe with me.